Welcome to Divine Love Tarot. I want to thank you and welcome you to my channel, whether it's your first time here or you return viewer or subscriber. I hope that this message resonates and helps you in some way. If you find that it doesn't, just keep in mind that this is a general reading and they do not resonate for everyone. And you may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, or even your Venus sign because sometimes those are more prominent in your chart. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hey there, Gemini, and welcome to your April 2019 mid-month love reading, okay? This is for everyone, couples, singles, not sure what you are, trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, this reading is for you. All right. Ooh! Guys, bear with me. I'm trying to light a candle, and I almost lit my finger on fire. That's not what we're trying to do here. All right. Gemini. So let's go ahead and get into your reading, okay? Let's see what's going on for my Geminis, for my twins, okay? Let's see what the deal is. All right, the first card is going to represent your current energy, okay? What you're dealing with, what your current situation is, okay? And we have Ten of Pentacles, okay? Next card represents anything that's crossing or challenging that energy. Emperor in reverse. Next card represents past energies that you may be dealing with. King of Cups. Next card represents the energy of the person that you're dealing with. Five of Swords. Next card represents what you want. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Next card represents internal factors. Oh, whammy, whammy. Devil. Okay, this is consciously or subconsciously. Next card represents your advice for this reading. Six of Swords. Next card represents external energy. Got the High Priestess. And the last card represents the possible outcome. Two of Pentacles. All right, Gemini. So let me go ahead and let's get some clarifiers going so we can get a better picture, get a clearer picture, right? Get some clarity going on here. And then at the end of the reading, I'll pull the Romance Angels Oracle card, all right? So, we have, with this Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles in reverse, okay? We've got the King of Cups in reverse. Page of Wands in the reverse. Judgment. Ace of Cups. Knight of Cups. Knight of Swords. And the Hermit. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's get started with the Ten of Pentacles. Gemini, if you are not getting married, getting engaged, moving in, right, having a child, opening up a joint bank account, going to a family reunion. Oh, let me stop. If you're not leveling up in some type of way, you are focused on your security, okay? You're focused on security. You're focused on commitment right now with this Ten of Pentacles. Some of you, if that's not you, then that's maybe you're dealing with someone who's very focused on building something with you. Okay, the Ten of Pentacles really represents material success, okay? But within a love reading, it represents family, okay? So for some of you, you're going to start a family or you're wanting to start a family with someone. For some of you, this is a marriage that you're already in and you're focused on it. You're focused on becoming even more secure in this particular marriage for those of you who are already in something, whether it's a marriage or relationship, okay? You're focused on the security. With the Five of Pentacles, you're focused on really making order out of things, okay? Where you thought you were suffering, things may be still a little bit chaotic, but you recognize where they're going to get better. All right, so it's almost like for some of you, you're coming in to put down roots on a situation that was kind of uncertain before. All right. Your challenge, though, is that you're trying to balance your emotional stability. Okay, we've got the Emperor in reverse, and then we clarify that we got the King of Cups. So that lets me know that you're teeter tottering as far as your emotions, Gemini. All right, and you really are trying to. I think the challenge, not trying to. I think your challenge right now is that there's a little bit of selfishness going on in the situation. Whether you're being selfish or whether you're dealing with someone who you feel like is being selfish, someone that you feel like is lacking direction, someone whose emotions are all over the place, okay? Because dealing with the past, in the past, it seems like things were a lot more balanced emotionally. Or at least you were a lot more sure about things in the past. Maybe even in love with someone, could have been a fire sign. But if not, I think that you heard something or you found out something that you didn't like with this Page of Wands in the reverse in the past, and that's what's affecting your love life now. For others of you, the Page of Wands in the past represent there was some instability. Something happened that caused your emotions to become unstable. For some of you, I really think it's something that you heard that kind of messed everything up. And so, even though you're focused on the stability and the security and kind of locking things back down, right? Whether you're in a relationship or you would like this to be happening for you, you would like to be in something that's committed, you're focusing on that. You're still dealing with trying to make this balance, right? To trying to get things back on track from when they've been all over the place, all right? The energy of the person you're dealing with, we've got the Five of Swords. Well, they're very combative with you. They may be either they're conflicted about the situation themselves, and that's why there's a lack of balance. Maybe they're the ones who are coming and representing this lack of balance. But also with the Five of Swords, this can indicate that they're playing some type of mind game with you, okay? For some of you, if they're not playing mind games, there's something about the situation that they feel humiliated by. Whether or not they're the ones who you heard something about in the past, you heard something about this particular person, wasn't that great, messed things up, they feel bad about it. But they are also realizing their mistake, right? They know exactly what they did, but there's some type of decision. Like I feel like they're still here. They're like, but I'm still here despite the fact that maybe emotionally things are off. All right, that despite the fact that there's issues with unreliability and selfishness, they're still choosing to be here. Okay, they're still here. For some of you, this person may be a Scorpio. Okay, Gemini, moving to what you want, we've got the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. All right, so that's telling me that you want a situation that you feel like you can be more vulnerable in. All right, when I see the Four of Pentacles in reverse, you want to be able to open up and let your guard down without getting hurt. All right, you want a situation where you're not so concerned about the security and being able to trust, right? Where you don't have to really worry about all the day-to-day rudimentary responsibilities, and you can focus on loving, okay? You can focus on opening up your heart and just being in love. That's what you want. You want a situation where you can be vulnerable and someone can love you. You can love that person back, and you don't have to be afraid that you're going to hear something or that they're going to do something to mess up what's going on, to mess up the peace and the harmony, okay? You're also dealing with some devil issues, some devil-like issues. Now, in every Gemini, almost every single Gemini reading, I must have a faithful Gemini watcher or a few cross watchers where there's a Gemini Capricorn relationship, okay? So for some of my Geminis, you are in love with this Capricorn. And I feel like this is now, you're at a place where you're really coming to terms, despite the fact that this Capricorn may have done something fucked up in the past, messed things up. All right, I think you're coming around. All right, you've been beat up by it, but you're trying to come around. It's a struggle. It's a challenge. Okay, you teeter-tot every day. Do I love this person? Do I not love this person? Do I trust this person? Do I not trust? And they recognize, finally, all right, may have taken them some time to get here, what they've done. but you're still not sure if you're at this place where you can trust them, even though you want to trust them so bad, Gemini. Okay. So now what do? Well, you're dealing with your love for this particular Capricorn. All right. If you're not dealing with the Capricorn, let's move on to what this Devil card represents. Well, this Devil card can represent some type of bondage, okay, whether it's an emotional bond, a sexual bond, um, a bond because of this whole materialistic security, right? What is it that is this karmic connection that you have with this particular person? For some of you, this Devil card represents the deep rooted things that are driving you. It could be some type of karmic lesson that you have to learn. For some of us, the need to be financially secure, okay, rules you. And is it ruling you and ruling how you approach your relationships also? Because despite the fact this is a love relationship, that need for security, that need for financial security and building a legacy and creating wealth for your family is very important to you, Gemini. So is this a situation where you want someone because of that, because you feel like this person also shares that same materialistic drive, but then there's also a very heavy physical connection here. The problem is that emotionally you guys don't connect. Emotionally there's been a disconnect and you're having a hard time pulling that back together. All right, for my single Geminis, I feel that materialistic streak that's still there, and it's like it's a war going on, right? You're dealing with that, but you're also dealing with the fact that you want some real, true, genuine romance. All right, so again, it's like you're at that place where you feel like you don't want to have to worry about the money all the time. You just want to be able to enjoy yourself and be in love, okay? But for some of you, that need to be secure is rooted in some type of um, fear. It's a fear of being left out in the cold. It's a fear of not being loved. It's a fear of being broke. It's a fear of being abandoned. It's a fear of people turning their back on you. You're rooted. There's a big fear here, Gemini, of like basically everything going wrong. But also underneath that, it's this want to push forward towards love and romance and just being able to enjoy it and not be afraid and not be worried. If you take this day off of work, are you going to be poor tomorrow? It's like, if I'm not working hard, am I going to be poor in my future? That's something that you're really dealing with. Okay. Um, Now, your advice for this reading, we've got the Six of Swords. For some of you, it's really kind of time to move away from the negativity. And when I say the negativity, it's really time to try to smooth out the difficulties, smooth out the stress, smooth out the chaos. Like, okay, you have and there's different scenarios. So I'll start with my singles. You're single, okay, and you're so focused on being, your materialistic security. Um, that your love life may be suffering, okay? That you may be emotionally not connecting with people who are around you, or people who are showing you interest, because you're so focused on making sure that you are okay, okay? Is that drive rooted in something negative? Is that drive rooted in some type of fear? You've got to let go of that fear. You've got to move away from whatever it is that's scaring you into just building, 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 instead of building, connecting, and building, having someone to build something with you, right? For my couples, the same basis, right? But for some of you, this situation, there's a person, maybe it's just not with this person. Maybe even though they make a lot of money, maybe they have the same work ethic as you. Maybe, you guys do have this bomb ass sexual connection. But emotionally, right, it's negative. The emotions are not positive. Whatever you feel for each other, it is not this Ace of Cups that you want to feel. You want to be in love with this person, but for some of you, you're not. You're attracted to them. They may be attracted to you. You somehow feel like you guys are supposed to be together. It may be a karmic connection. It may be a karmic bond. but the love is messed up. So unless you guys are able to move away from the negative things that happened in the past and focus on actually connecting on an emotional level, if that's not able to be done, you're going to have to move away from the situation, because it's going to keep dragging you back down to that place. It's triggering you in that place of fear. Okay? For some of you, there may be another person. Okay? There may be a Pisces, or someone who's just very intuitive, someone who's very in tune, someone who calms you, someone who you're also attracted to. And I think for some of you, this person's really going to come at you and make you think. They're really going to cause you to think, Gemini. For some of you, you've got another person that's on the outside looking in that really understands what you're going through. But I think that they're also kind of like at that point where they're ready to come in and make a move on you. I think they've observed you long enough and they're like, I'm going to come on in. For some of you, they've decided, they might have thought about it. It could be somebody from the past, somebody who kind of messed up with you. And they're kind of waiting, and they see where you are right now and they feel like this is the time. For others of you, this is a new person. And this high priestess person, they're one of those people, they're really in tune with things. This person knows. And really has the wisdom, I think, to come in and kind of come at you from that mental standpoint that's really going to touch you. They're going to connect to you on an emotional level also, but besides knowing how to incite that in you, they know how to connect to you on a mental level to kind of get things going. All right. For some of you, this is not a love relationship. This is a person who's just very knowledgeable, a person who maybe could be a friend or a family member, somebody who, it could be a Pisces again, but somebody who can actually give you some advice and help you sort through this, the situation that you're going through. Possible outcome. You're focused on harmony. You will be focusing on balancing things out. For some of you, you may be able to balance things out with this particular person that you're dealing with. But for some of you, this balance isn't going to come until you really do some soul searching. All right? Until you really turn inwards and really look at yourself and take a good hard look at yourself and what you want, okay? Which is to be able to be vulnerable, be able to let your guard down and let love in and let love out. All right? That's what you want. And so you're going to have to figure out what it takes to work towards that. Okay? What is it that you need to move away from? What is it that you need to move towards? What is it that's holding you back? What is it that's keeping you feeling like you're trapped in this particular cycle or situation? All right, Gemini. So let's go ahead and let's see what the romance angels have to say about this. What's their final message for you guys? And then we can close out this reading. All right, and we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path, okay? Also, we have separation. So time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So for those of you that I said, I think it's really going to be time for you to move away from this person, it looks like that's where you're headed. But for the rest of us, or the rest of you, I should say, let's go ahead and see what religious factors means. This card reveals that religion and spirituality are a subtle but important factor in your love life. Perhaps you're looking for a relationship with a partner who shares your spiritual beliefs. If so, this card comes to you as guidance to seek your new partner at the church, temple, or meeting place associated with your faith. If you're currently with a partner who isn't spiritually minded or whose beliefs differ markedly from your own, you may feel dissatisfied. You may also be influenced by family traditions that expect you to marry within your own culture or religion. The romance angels are helping you address this issue, and they ask you to remain true to yourself during the process. Decide which factors you will and won't accept in your relationship and what your priorities are for your partner. For instance, it's possible that your love interest may live the spiritual principles that you find important, for example, forgiveness, charity, kindness, and the like, without having the same religious affiliations that you do. The angels remind you that your partner, like everyone, is a holy child of God. Everyone is spiritual in truth because everyone is spirit. Although it's not up to you to change your partner to match your spiritual path, your affirmations, prayers, and visualizations can have a positive influence on both you and your relationship. Now, on top of the religious factors, for some of you, this is going to resonate for a few. I'm feeling compelled to talk about sexuality. And for some of you, I feel like some of you are really struggling with your sexuality, trying to force a relationship with someone that you feel like you're supposed to be with, that's acceptable, that you won't be judged by being with this person. Um, but there's someone else that, either there's another person, or either deep down inside that sexually you're attracted to the same sex. So for some of you, that's really what you're dealing with, and that's where this introspection is going to come in, and that's where this moving and transitioning into a new area, a new phase is going to come in. So that's a specific message, very specific. Okay. So that's your reading, Gemini. If you'd like a more personalized reading, you can go ahead and contact me if there's something that sparks something here. If parts of this reading resonate for you and you want to expand on that, go ahead and contact me. Let me know in the messages what's going on, or in the comments. Make sure you thumbs up and like the video, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more content. All right, guys, so that's been your April mid-month reading. Hope to see you guys soon. Well, I'll definitely see you guys at the next reading. Bye, Gemini.